Welcome, fellow dreamers, and welcome to the next segment of Hope for the Future, where we're going to be trying out Hope's brand new pendulum board for the first time. Isn't it pretty? But before we do that, we're going to be doing our standard reading with Hope's Oracle deck, Butterfly Oracle cards for life changes. And I'm going to be doing, or she's going to be announcing some upcoming blessings. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have get some rest. I've been hearing that from my guides a lot. Hope says, stop it, get some rest. Okay, lower this. We also have adult children. Interesting. Not sure yet what that means. Forgiveness. Okay. And motivation. Sorry. I'm getting choked right now. I don't know what. I'm not sure if this is, has anything to do with the reading, but I think it does just by the way it hit me so suddenly. I'm, hearing the song Out for Love from Husband Hotel. Specifically, the song of the lyrics, you're driven by your detestation, your every step is held with venomous, you need a different type of motivation, or there's no way that you can handle this. I know you're thirsting for vengeance, faggy, you're out for blood, but you don't stand a chance unless you're out for love, out for love, love. Think of who you care about, protect them and be out for love, love. You gotta fight without gloves on, and when push comes to shove, just know you might rise above when you're out for love. So, thinking adult children is specifically talking about a man-child or a... Okay, now I'm getting the part of the lyrics that go, fuel yourself with the fear of losing that someone who is your reason to live. I will say that that particular part, I just got out of the abusive relationship with my ex. You know, like, probably about a week before that episode came out. And, for a while, he had me so brainwashed that I sincerely believed that he was my reason to live. And you know what? He was a man-child. He was your living definition of an incel. And, let me also tell you from experience, you know, you might see an incel, you might say, if you don't know what an incel is, it's basically a man that hates women because, you know, their reasoning is, like, they don't love me, they won't give me a chance, and my ex was like that. He was basically Christian, like, what else, Sonichu, mother and all, if you're wondering. And it's actually the biggest reason that ended to the relationship's downfall, other than the abuse. Like, I think that catching him in bed with her is what kind of snapped me out of it. But you know, just one thing I want to tell you is that nobody but you should be your reason to live. Nobody but yourself should be your reason to live, because that is where you fall into abusive traps. That is where you fall into the trap of abuse. Now, you know, I do encourage to have companionships with at least spirit guides, and, you know, the one true God, of course. To give a bit of an explanation as to why I'm selling a Kali deck, I do believe that the other... It's not something... I wanted to touch on this in another video, maybe, but I do believe that the other pagan gods exist, but I personally don't believe they're gods, if you will. Like, you know, I believe they're, like, some are demons, some are jinns, or genies, if you will. Some are other mythical creatures. But I don't believe they're gods, and I will only worship the one true God. I didn't mean to get off track there, but basically, when it comes to incels, too, you know, if you're an empath like me, and you're really, you know, you're somebody that would go to a shelter and rescue, like, 11 animals at a time, and keep them forever as your own children, you know, you might be tempted to look at the incel and say, well, maybe he just needs a little love. Maybe if I just love him and show him what it's like to have a good partner, and show him what it's like to have someone who cares about him in his life, then maybe, you know, he'll change for the better. Maybe that's all he needs is love. Never the case. Never, ever the case. It's not like the movies. It's like, you know, it's not like the movies. It's, you gotta realize when, in the real world, if somebody has been ostracized by society, they've been ostracized for a reason. Like, I guess my dad put it the best way. You know, I'm the type of person that wants to help the lost puppy, but I don't realize it until it's too late that that lost puppy was a pit bull with rabies. So, yeah, I have a feeling there's probably a lot of people out there dealing with that. Of course there are. You know, especially if there's empaths out there like me, like, which I know there are, because that's why I'm being led to make these videos. Part of the reason, I mean, to help. So we're specifically talking about these people in our lives. Forgiveness. Now, let me clarify forgiveness. It does not, under any circumstances, mean that you exonerate this person, this man-child, of all of his wrongdoings. Okay? It does not mean that. It means... It also doesn't mean that you let them back into your life, especially if they were hurting you, you know, and they're dangerous. But what it does mean is, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it, because in my case, I don't have any proof. And he doesn't have any money worth suing him for, and just pressing charges on him isn't worth it, you know? So, Hope advises that her best course of action is to take forgiveness in the sense of burning the bridge, if you will, cutting the chains. You know, nothing to do with them. They owe you nothing. Because, to be honest, do you even want anything from them? Do you want that energy near you anymore? No, I don't. I don't want that thing's filthy energy anywhere near me ever again. I didn't even want to talk about it on the channel, but, you know, it's coming up in the reading, and I guess I just need to face it, you know? Like, at some point, I need to face what happened to me. Accept that it happened. It was horrible. It was bullcrap, but it was cruel. There's nothing that can really be done about it now. But, you know, what I can do is we can choose to move on. We can choose our peace. I can choose not to let them have a hold on us anymore. And that's what we're gonna do. Motivation. Motivation for what? Can I pull some clarifiers? Oh. Like, there you go. Leaving. Maybe some of you are still in this relationship, you know, like maybe I'm being led to talk about this because somebody out there, or maybe multiple people that are watching this, is still in a relationship with an incel. And this is now your sign to leave. Hope is begging you to leave and cut all ties with this person, because they are going to hurt you. They are going to kill you. That was my case, and I had to get out of there. Especially now that I knew his secret, he was going to make sure that I never told anybody. Just gonna... Whoops. Wrong card. That was relationship dynamics. Leaving. And now, I will be taking one of my new husband's proposal gift to me. He didn't propose to me with a traditional ring. Isn't that cool? This is Adama's original Lemurian quartz crystal. And this painting, this is just a bust of him, but the original painting went down to his waist. He can actually be seen holding this crystal in the painting. This wasn't a part of it. This was actually a dragon ring that I just had to have because it's a dragon. Look at it. Just look at it. Like, I had to have it, you know. And it's just, unfortunately, it was way too big for my finger. But then I got the bright idea once I wrapped this. I'm like, hey, I can take this part and hook it here. And I've actually done this with a few other dragon rings that were either too big or too small for my fingers. I've hooked them to points like this, and I've been recommended to sell them, but, you know, they're expensive for one, and two, I'm attached to them. Like obviously I wouldn't sell these because they were gifts, but, I've been recommended to get, like, other points and then, like, other dragon rings, but the dragon rings were expensive. Like, this one was 40. But anyways, I'm going to be using this as the pendulum for this. So what I would like you to do is think of a yes or no question. And then we're going to see what Hope has to say about it. Just going to give you a few minutes to think. Okay, it's pointing at no. So whatever you asked, it's no. That was cool. That was intense, but I think that was like a really good one. If you felt blessed after hearing this reading, or if the advice helped you, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and, you know, be sure if you would like a personal reading from Hope or any of my other guides, please do come, like, visit DragonRealmBoutique or Etsy shop, where I also sell Talisman, and for a limited time only, I'm selling a Kali deck with various other charms. Really helps out the channel a lot. And, excuse me. Until next time, fellow dreamers.